Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to Kit Car Direct and MK Sportscars, week 49 of 2019. December, damp outside, not particularly nice, is it, out there? But, you know, we're cracking on, another busy week. We're a little bit behind and doing it on Friday again. Just another busy week and sitting down and cup of tea in hand. We're just catching up on a day, and customer Chris just dropped some nice donuts off for us. So he's got his kit collecting next week, actually, so if you want to get ahead of the queue, bring the donuts, it always helps. Right, yeah, where are we? So we was also looking at Kit Car magazine, actually, new monthly subscriptions come out. Really good article on brake lines and fittings and the importance of them. I suppose it's something that gets overlooked in your car. We all go, horsepower, yeah, I need more horsepower, but you forget about brakes and the important stuff. There's quite a little good write-up in there, actually, so if you pick up the magazine this month and have a look. We've been more detailing this week, more painting, trying, etc. You can see here we've got a couple of bits we've done. I'll show you these on the camera. Mazda demo car. We've started to do the rocker. We've done this in like a VHT wrinkle paint. Got that. This was, you've probably seen some pictures on Facebook. This was a bit of a mess when they come out, and started to detail it up now, and I think that's come out really well. That VHT paint works super duper. So also for the CBR car, we've done wrinkle paint on the alloy header tank, you know, just to smarten it up. Yes, you can powder coat, and we've experimented with this VHT, see how it comes out, and do you know what, I think it looks killer. I think it's really going to look smart. We've done the engine in the grey, all the other components was being done in black, so it's great. And then Phil's car, the last bit we had come in, Phil dropped it off to today. He's had it nicely done, carbon dipped for his high booster turbo engine. Looks great, really come out nice. I think it's going to make the engine look pop in the engine bay. We're starting that. It's not starting until January now, that one. Phil's got a bit of work more to do on his, and he's got to do some other bits and bobs on his car, and that rolls in first week January, and then we'll start that. So you see that on the videos. It'll probably be week one, maybe, a video that you start to see us stripping the R1 engine out. So we'll head outside. Guys are busy, so it is going to be live. There might be some noise. Apologies for that, but that's, you know, real life. Head outside. Cool. So Rob's working on the rocket. He's had this on the scales earlier. Rob's punching in the details now. She's done all the measurements on the car. He's looking at changing all the dampers. Barry wanted this to corner and handle a lot better, so we're looking at changing the damper settings and spring rates and everything else, and Rob's working on that. This is pretty much detailed now. A couple of bits we've got to sort out with the AIM dashboard, but it's all back together. It's just an upgrade that he wants doing on the car. Car looks killer. Really turned out nice, and Rob's punching in and sorting out the final details. 610 kilos car come out, and I'm going to say 695, be generous to Barry on his weight when he's in the car for wet weight. So yeah, next week be done, and then it's more or less suspension stuff really now, so see how that cracks on with that. But yeah, we'll head on down, see what we're up to down here. We had the MK Indy Classic on the scales this week, put it on Facebook, a little go thing to see the weight. Surprising, last week I thought these cars come out, and I've weighed quite a few over the time, and normally 440, 450, but she's come out a little bit on the lardier side, 510 kilos. I think, no, actually 505, after we got everything done, 505 kilos. So, but you think, where's all the weight? Well, standard brakes, Sierra, on this, no billet on them, etc. Car battery, you know, huge amount more weight on that. Padded seats, rubber interior floor mats, interior panel trim, all in this, and the whole car has been dynamated actually all through, and that dynamat is actually quite heavy. So and 15-inch wheels, and it's the Pro Race 2s, I do believe they are, so they're even heavier than the Pro than the 1.2. So kind of where the weight's sitting with this, you could lose quite a bit of weight quite easily. You could lose 20 kilos on the wheels and tyres, go down to 13s straight away. Straight with the battery, go down to the, you know, PC 680 or something like that, you lose a few kilos there. So 25-30 kilos could easily come off this car. But I drove this car, you see, I tell you what, it drives lovely. Perfect road car, really smooth, no clunks, no knocks and bangs. Now we've geoed the car, set it all up, because it had 6mm toe out on this wheel and 4mm toe in and that in, so we shimmed it all out. Drives perfectly now. I think Kevin's going to be very happy once he, you know, floors this on the when he's next outing. We head on down. We've got a kit going out tomorrow. One went out this week, kit going out tomorrow. This is Scott's car at Mazda RX-5 that's being collected tomorrow. Got a low cost chassis that's come in. Unfortunately, as you can see here, a little bit of a war wound. Had an off at Snetterton, damaged the front chassis on this leg and this leg radiator, so we've got to repair the front chassis. And while we've got it in now, we're putting a full roll cage on it for him. A few other modifications of bracing and strengthening on the chassis. Had an R1 4XVY, I think it was, in it for the early carb R1 in this. But it was a homemade chassis, but we're just going to repair the front section, put the roll cage in for him and strengthen it up a little bit in a few places. And go back out for powder coat and a few bits and bobs then. This little car we're just working on, new head's gone on that. I think we spoke a few weeks ago, customers looking to purchase that. We're nearly there. There are a couple of sensors needed sorted out on that, and then hopefully we can get the final MOT done on that and be out the door. Right, we head over CBR car. Other front end, other lightened on the front upright, that's been done now, bolted on, radiators on, cooling pipes, most of it's plumbed in now, or been plumbed in, trial fitted. Wiring really now, that's what we were on with, all the wiring side of it. Unfortunately front loom's going in right away to the back rear loom, all wiring really. It's not going to look like it's doing a lot over the next sort of week while wiring. It takes a little bit of time. Unfortunately we make our own loom for that, fuse board, etc. Mount the ECU up the top here out the way, rectifiers plumbed in. So yeah, it's going to look like it's not doing a lot over the next sort of week while we put in the wiring systems and stuff like that. So progress. Last week we mentioned about the rear end. We plugged the video on the rear end. I had to fit our Indy RR rear end together. Hopefully you've seen that video online. If you're subscribing to us, then probably you have. So it gives you an idea of how these cars are going to come together. Booster car, Gen 1 of ours. We're starting to deal with the little bits now, unfortunately. IVA trim, rubber trim, got to trim all the holes up, handbrake switch in, because we're running an Escort based handbrake on it. All the lights and wiring's done. We've actually wired it up IVA spec for the fog light. We actually make our own relay for that now, a little system, and I'm sure Neil will probably drop a link into that. We make a nice little tidy IVA compliant relay box. It's like very small, but obviously for IVA you have to have it so that it's in such a format that when you switch your lights off and you switch them back on again, the fog light doesn't come back on automatically. You have to re-switch it on, and we do a little relay box for that now. Used to buy them aftermarket. Can't be bothered to hang around them. We made our own one, nice and simple. So we'll post a link up to that if you're interested, or give us a call and we'll talk you through it. S2000 car, you can see Joseph's wiring, love it, loves the wiring. Poor Joseph. S2000 car, I think we spoke last week, cradle's in, that's in. Basically the next job is exhaust system. I think we're not starting that till about next week, the exhaust system. We cut it all off, made all the plates ready for the OBP pedal box. That's got to go in. Everything else is done on this now, sort of fab wise. It's just exhaust system to go in. I mean, fabbed up. Pedal box, OBP floor mounted pedal box in, and just finish off the steering link bar. And then it's paint, detail, wire in. And that then, so that's not far away. Bracing's here. Cross braced here. We've got 2 more bars to get down there, but we can do that once the exhaust system in, so we can work around that section there. We've got another Mazda engine which we're starting to detail. Yeah, we've just blasted the office out of a demo, out of an old donor car. We just started to clean all that up. Ready. We're going to make a little engine stand and do a little turbo engine stand, so you can see what our turbo kits come out like. Ben's working on a lathe for some bits for the booster car over there, so he's busy. So that's where we are this week. Week 49's gone really quick. I don't know where the weeks ago. I know we were leading up to Christmas. You're probably on your last legs if you're looking at all the parts and your Christmas presents for your winter builds. Get your parts in orders now. Get them out before Christmas. If you've got some time off, you want to get them on, give us a shout, give us a call. Like, share, subscribe, Facebook. You know where we are. Give us a shout and we'll see you next week.